Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at a Rev video. Not the one I was originally going to, that was about Assassin's Creed Shadows, because I'm just so tired of hearing about Ubisoft. We're just going to laugh at some other clowns.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today's video is jam-packed with a lot of gaming-related news, including some topics like EA coming out and explaining the real
I heard about that and it was
Dragon Age
hilarious.
Failguard failed so hard. Then we're going to look at the troubled release of
Failguard.
Civ 7. Then we're going to look at Battle Pass trying to recruit non-binary gamers. And then we'll conclude this video with some more troubling information regarding the very soon-to-be released game, Avowed. But first, we're going to start with this.
I heard nothing but bad things about Avowed. Like, their devs are fucking the weirdos. They're like Twitter freaks, basically, like weirdos and whatnot. I don't know. They're just fucking weird. Like, didn't they make Fallout New Vegas, or they're part of the company that made Fallout New Vegas? But from what I understand, I remember hearing the actual team that made Fallout New Vegas is no longer even in Obsidian, which is why Obsidian's been kind of cringe lately. Well, I could be wrong also, because their one space game, I forgot what it was called. I have it, but I haven't really played it. I lost interest real fast. Hold on, let me bring it up. What was it called? Ugh. God. I just saw it earlier. Space game. Where the fuck is it? Why isn't it on my list? Ugh, God, I have too many goddamn games that I don't play. Outer Worlds. Sorry. It took me a bit to remember. Yeah, they're making a sequel to it, but is the original team still there? I don't fucking know. But I also remember I wasn't super interested in Outer Worlds. I tried to play it a little bit, then I just lost interest. Anyway, let's just continue the video. But yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things about Avowed.
This company and game right here, this stain on your screen called Project
He called it
Ethos.
a stain.
It's an in-development roguelike hero shooter. Oh, thank God. We need more of those. There's only been about 400 of these in the last couple of years, but this is the game, and you can watch the preview video playing.
Yeah, it doesn't interest me.
It's basically a Fortnite clone, and as always, when people try to basically go and copy what the big dogs are doing, it never works out. You're not going to get a single...
Attention game devs, especially AAA ones. Stop trying to copy everything. Make your own original creation for once, or whatever. And by that I mean, like this game, for example. Why are you copying Fortnite? Just make your own game. People are also tired of battle royales, like, for real. Like, it said it was a roguelike hero shooter, but if that by that you mean it's an extraction shooter, like, I don't know, Tarkov, is that game still around? I don't play it. Please, people are already starting to get tired of these genres. I mean, battle royale genre was already kind of dead, but it's only relevant because people play Fortnite. God, it reminds me when a bunch of indie developers kept trying to make clones of Slender. Like, all their horror games were clones of Slender, and then it moved on to FNAF clones. And then after that, it became clones of PT, which PT was good, but I got tired of playing PT over and over again with all the clones. Just saying.
Fortnite player to abandon their favorite game to go play Project Ethos, which, by the way, is just a downgrade. It's basically Fortnite with DEI higher characters in the game. They look like Concord characters. It's being called Concord 2.0. That is a very bad label.
I also have a question to ask. Why do all of these DEI slop games look the same? Like, they all look the same. Character design wise, they all look like the same. Like the characters on here, I would have believed if they were also on Concord. I feel like the main character of that Square Enix game, Forspoken, the main character, I feel like she could have even been in Concord or existed. Like they all look like they could fit. Like they're all part of the same game. I don't know if it's like just the art style they were going for their character design or what. But why do all these games look the same? Like again, they're literally calling this game Concord 2.
To have. Now, what we're going to look at here is some
I mean,
crazy
Dustborn
news
didn't look like that, but it was
today.
Dustborn. No one
So
wants to
here's
look like that. Not
2K
even.
Games fires studio head Michael Condrey after disappointing Project Ethos reveal.
That's
but
a good thing, right?
Says it's not giving up on the game or 31st Union, the developer. Now, this is wild. This is something you don't see very often, where the head of a game is getting fired before it even releases. That's how bad things are for this game and its development studio. And it's based on this right here. This is really the only preview we have.
Damn, look at those dislikes.
This game. This was released back last year by IGN. Project Ethos, first hands-on impressions. And as you can see, gamers are going wild. They love this game. They're very impressed. You can see the like-dislike ratio. 500 likes versus 6,300 dislikes. And as always, I like to point this out with examples like this. It's not just the terrible ratio in the like-dislike bar here. It's also the apathy. It's the lack of interest generally. I mean, look, it only has 60,000 views in several months. That's not very good, especially knowing that probably the overwhelming majority of people who clicked on this clicked on it to make fun of it and dislike the video. So that's a really bad sign. That shows right here that there's only a very small number of people who have any general interest in this game. And the comment section on this is absolutely hilarious. Let's read some of the comments.
I just read the first one.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? The generic YouTube type beat trap instrumentals playing in the background is the icing on the cake. Opens the video and hits play. Free to play third-person hero extraction shooter with roguelike elements. Pauses video and leaves. Concord 2. Creatively bankrupt.
Right.
I've seen this games like this 400 times in the past 10 years.
Right, like
it's getting old now.
Yeah, like that's what I was saying. Like all these games that are like that they like put so much DI shit in. They all look the same. It's like all the same shit. Like, huh? Oh, Jesus Christ.
How the hell are these games getting greenlit? It's literally a 1-to-1 Fortnite clone, aesthetically, in a genre that every other company is trying to milk. Yeah, they have absolutely no shot. Like I said, you're not going to succeed by copying what's at the top. The people who are playing the games at the top aren't going to abandon those games for your ripoff. This never works. I don't understand why they do this. But here is the caveat to this whole situation. So you can see this company coming out and saying, oh, yeah, we got rid of our head over at this game at Project Ethos. We're rebranding, right? No, that's not what they're doing. You can see here,
yeah.
Right? So 31st Union announced that this person is no longer the head. However, he's still going to be a part of the team and help build this game. He'll be transitioning his role in the short term to focus on advising on the future of Project Ethos.
So is he not even really fired despite them saying he was fired? If he's still working on the fucking game, huh?
And they remain very committed to the forward path for Project Ethos and the people and culture of the 31st Union Studio. So basically, they didn't even really fire this guy. They just demoted him. And on top of that, they're saying, yes, everything's going
that's
horribly.
The word. He was demoted.
Everyone hates our game. No one's genuinely interested in this game. but we're going to keep doing the same thing. Like, are they for real? Are they really this stupid? But you see these mentions of the culture at 31st Union Studio, and boy, is it an interesting culture. So I did some digging on 31st Union Studio and some of the partners they work with, and man, does all of this make sense. That's why we're getting a DEI higher version of Fortnite. Okay, we're getting Concord 2.0 because of this studio. So some people actually talked about this back when that initial teaser was released, and people were looking at the website of 31st Union, and you can see the classic, who are we? Well, they're a bunch of association of game makers driven by passion for our art and inspired by culture of inclusivity. Yep. Modern audience type crap.
Yeah.
We believe people will bring their best selves to work when they are treated equitably, can thrive in a psychologically safe space, and feel that they belong. We actively seek diverse ideas, perspectives, and cultures in order to provide collective understanding, identify better solutions, and promote a more inspired world. Now,
I feel like I've seen that written, that exact same thing written down on another company. Okay, yeah. Don't you like it when they try to use that shit to say, we're not the bad guys, even though they're kind of,
Now, I went to their website.
I noticed a lot of companies
sort of language has been shifted around a little bit, but it's even worse now. It's even more DEI driven. So this is straight from 31st Union's website. Who we are, once again. This time they say we are an association of game makers driven by passion for our inspired by a culture of inclusivity to build games that throw people everywhere. We cherish our studio independence and autonomy and value the collaborative support of incredible perks of Take-Two Interactive. Wait a second. You've probably heard that name, Take-Two Interactive, before. So here's their website. You can see they're involved with 2K as well as they're promoting the release of Civ 7, which we'll talk about later in this video. Now, if you go to their website, you can immediately find their T2 diversity statement. Oh, I already know this is going to be great. Down here, they just list a bunch of just kind of generic nonsense, the slop you always expect when it comes to
they always type the same thing whenever they try to push DEI in a video game company on their websites.
They're going to work together on company-sponsored service projects in communities in which we operate, encouraging individual volunteerism through philanthropic and matching donation programs, providing financial and other support to organizations working to eradicate social and racial injustice, working with organizations to support the rights of the LGBTIQ community and increase that community's representation in our industry, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's a whole lot of activism.
Whole lot of slop.
This is like what drives their company more than anything else. And if you want to see something that really will open your eyes to how crazy this all gets, I found this playlist on YouTube. Take-Two DEI series by gay gaming professionals. This is the most...
Wait, what? What the fuck? Why can't they be straight gaming professionals? I'm detecting a little discrimination here. Why can't they be straight gaming professionals? Oh, God. That just sounds so cringy, the name. What the fuck?
Modern audience thing I have ever seen in my life. Okay, it is a literal DI series produced by people who are associated with Take-Two. It's unbelievable. Now you can see the video.
I mean, I never really liked Take-Two, to be honest.
Allyship at Take-Two Interactive, world impact at Take-Two Interactive, intersectionality and belonging at Take-Two, and then this banger, right? Affirmations at
Take-Two. God, blue hair.
Let's see this video, okay? Let's just listen to a little bit of the ideologue.
Oh, I was blocking it. I just realized.
Take-Two Interactive is taking great strides in implementing their diversity,
Okay, let's try to see if there's someone with, like, blue-colored hair or something. That's usually a red flag, in my opinion.
and inclusion efforts. But the company company knows that this is just the beginning. Dedicated to the growth of creators, owners, and consumers of games, they will continue to provide, protect, and promote programs and organizations
I'm waiting.
within and outside the company to ensure the spectrum of diversity is ever expanding in the industry.
The world is waking.
What happened to just making games, dude?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What
Right?
happened to just making games and not
God, my
dedicating
tracking.
your main goal of your company to DEI and all this stuff? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how far things have gotten. Now, you can see this video was released a couple years ago, and now looking back at this in retrospect, it's so funny because this stuff is gone. This stuff is getting leveled across the industry. Nobody is supporting this garbage, but they're still holding on, right? The people who are proponents of this stuff, they're still holding on despite everyone openly rejecting this nonsense.
Up. There's a certain level of consciousness, right, that we're seeing around us. I think that we're still learning what this means to design a business function to support diversity, equity, and inclusion, because it shouldn't be the job of one person. This is really...
You're a fucking video game company. Make video games. Don't focus on this political activism bullshit. Make video games. That's your one job. Make a good video game. That's it. This is why a lot of people are playing older video games because a lot of older video games didn't focus on that shit. Just saying. Whenever I play Splinter Cell, that just reminds me when Ubisoft didn't push for that shit. I know, Ubisoft, that's just an example when I play Splinter Cell, because I have Splinter Cell Chaos Theory on PC. Just look back at all the older games. I remember when on PS3 era, I used to play Red Dead Redemption 1 a lot. There was none of that shit in there. Oh god, I just remember I heard bad news about Rockstar and whatnot. Don't get your hopes up for Red Dead 3, by the way. Red Dead Redemption 3.
A significant lift across the board around learning and development, around talent acquisition. There's so much to consider as we...
So they're basically saying DEI is a business. They just straight up said it. It's a business. They're turning diversity, equity, and inclusion into a business. And this is something that's not just going to affect the related industries like the gaming industry. This is going to expand beyond those reaches into every walk of life. Doesn't that sound great? I am so glad we're rejecting this nonsense. And honestly, I couldn't even get through this 7-minute long video because the background music's way too loud. It's just a mess, right? It's just a mess. So that is Project Ethos, clearly influenced by a lot of woke companies out there and initiatives, and it's showing because they are literally the DEI higher version of Fortnite, which is just a brutal label. Now let's go back to Dragon Age Failguard. So
I know about this.
A lot of talk, especially after the very disappointing results of this game. EA, in a preliminary Q3 report, came out and said this game only had 1.5 million players, not units sold, 1.5 million players, and it was only about half of their expectations for this game, and was a big pain point in their company. And hearing that news resulted in a 18% drop in EA's stock. It was very, very brutal. Now, a lot of people know the reasons for this and why this game failed so much, because it's such a departure from everything this game was about. It was about activism. It was about pushing an agenda, all while doing it in a very ham-fisted and poorly written way that was just so unappealing. But a lot of people are scrambling to find out the real reason why Veilguard failed. Social media has been trying.
Oh my god, okay, yeah, that there's a red flag when they use the word chud. What the fuck does that even mean? Well, I like how they tried to make up a word so they could try to find a insult for people who don't share their same beliefs. So, for people who call other people fascist, when some people don't have the same beliefs as them, they act awfully fascist-like. Just saying. God. That fucking word chud. It sounds so fucking retarded. It sounds like a retard created that name. Probably was. Yeah, I said it. Whoever started that trend is a fucking retard. Cancel me on Twitter, please. But yeah, it's always a red flag when you see someone say that. It's also a red flag if someone said they enjoyed fucking Dragon Age Veilguard. Like they liked the writing and whatnot. That's definitely a red flag.
And as you can see from the official Dragon Age Failguard subreddit, Chuds ruin BioWare. Hope you assholes are happy for ruining the careers of many employees. If you didn't
I am an asshole, and I am ecstatic.
like it, all you had to do was
happy.
Ignore it and let the ones who do enjoy, but you had to review bomb and hate grift the game, and now BioWare is on its last.
Other red flag, when they use grift. They don't even know what that word means anymore. It's basically, oh, that's the word we use when people are disagreeing with us. That's how their brains work. They're tiny, fucked up little brains. Grift used to mean someone scammed someone. Now it's basically them saying, oh, it's when they believe something I don't, and there's other people agree with them or something. Like, I don't fucking know. It's basically like when they call people fascists or Nazis. People who disagree with me, that's their mindset. That's their whole insult. Like, I don't get it.
Legs. You all must feel so proud and are edging to Asmongold videos.
I don't even watch Asmon.
In celebration of EA gutting BioWare. What an amazing last
yeah.
sentence right there. But yeah, if I had a
God,
Reddit account, I'd upbeat this
tracking.
one for its creativity. It's at least very entertaining, to say the least. But clearly it wasn't the Chuds. Clearly it was something else, right?
Clearly it was a bad game with bad writing.
Here. EA has the answer through its president here. So EA suggests Dragon Age the Veilguard might have sold better if it was a live service. So what does that mean for Mass Effect?
That's what they gathered from all of this. It wasn't the bad writing. It wasn't the shitty gameplay. Wasn't the unlikable characters. Wasn't all the DAI slop. It was because it wasn't live. No one wants live service. Like, how brain damaged is EA? Like, I used to look at well, actually, Ubisoft is still extremely stupid, but I think EA said, oh, wait, Ubisoft is looking really stupid. Hold my beer. Well, actually, I think they're both equally stupid, to be fair. They're both equally retarded, let's be honest. But they're just a little bit more retarded if they think the game would have sold more with live service. Have they not been listening to gamers? How out of touch are these people? Like, for fuck's sake. No one wants to play a single-player game and have to connect online. It's like when I'm playing Genshin Impact. Like, I would love to play it offline, but I can't. And that's why I don't play Genshin Impact as much as I used to. Let me think. There's another game like Dragon Age. It's a single-player RPG. If that thing had live service, that would have just pissed people off. Like, why do they think us being connected to the internet would have having to connect to the internet to play it would have made the game sold better? What, you're trying to sell us microtransactions in a single player game? That's not how that works. No one likes microtransactions also. Like, maybe if they were at a reasonable price, like, here's an example. When I played the game Resistance 2 on PS3, it had some character skins for multiplayer, like Parker from like the first Resistance games and Resistance Retribution. Yeah, I still remember some of that stuff. to play as that character in multiplayer, it was 99 cents. And for another character, like I think it was Cartwright, 99 cents. The skins were 99 cents, a reasonable price that I was willing to pay for. But now, if you want to buy a skin, like on fucking Call of Duty, oh look, the Terminator's here, pay us $30, you know. You could probably buy a indie game, a game that's on sale on Steam. You could probably find a used game for that price if you don't want to, if you're not looking for just PC gaming. Ugh. Honestly, I forgot what I was talking about. Well, other than the live service stuff. Live service sucks ass.
Act 5.
My brain's shutting off, okay.
Increasingly seek shared world features and deeper engagement. That's what they're going for here. You can see the statement. In order to break out beyond the core audience, games need to directly connect to the evolving demand of players who increasingly seek shared world features and deeper engagement alongside high-quality narratives in this beloved category. So yeah, EA's boss there, Andrew Wilson, is making it clear it was the lack of a live service option that led to the disappointment.
How can you be so stupid and run a company?
You know, we know that's delusion, what he just said there. But to answer this question from Eurogamer, so what does this mean for Mass Effect 5? It means there's probably going to be a live service function, and this game's probably going to be very, very underwhelming and disappointing.
You know, I was already worried about Mass Effect 5. I was already worried because of Failguard, Dragon Age Failguard. But I was thinking about giving it a chance because I liked Mass Effect 2 and 3. I never got to play the first one. But 2 and 3, I really liked those games. I mean, let's be honest though, Mass Effect 3's ending was ass. Even after the quote-unquote fix, it still had issues. But now, because of how fucking stupid the CEO of EA is, they might make it a live service game, which I don't want any part of anymore. Like, why the fuck would you make a game live service? Like, having to be online constantly? That's kind of a shitty idea and no one likes it. I'll never understand these idiots, but, you know, most people who run companies are out of touch.
That's what's going on here, and this is literally the last breath of life for BioWare. If this is not a massive success, I think it's very safe to say they're cooked at this point.
They are.
Let's move on to the next part of this video. So Battlefield, they're coming out with a new game, and they need some help, right? They need some testers to start playing some of the gameplay here. Well, how is that going to turn out? Well, as Endymion points out here in this tweet, the new Battlefield game has opened its surveys for playtesters. I got sent this by someone in the playtest. Why does DICE want to know what your gender and ethnicity is when it comes to trying out their game? Why is my pattern recognition telling me that if you choose white and male, you'll have a lower chance of getting into those playtests? Aren't we past these things already? This info is not relevant to whether you are eligible to try out Battlefield or not. Very weird.
Yeah, okay, that is weird. Like, why do they need to know that? If you're trying to test, if you need people to test your game, it should, none of that shit should matter. Like, you shouldn't have to, like, they're obviously, like, it's, I know some people, like, it's weird, but also some people are just gonna say, like, yeah, they probably want specific type of people. It's fucking EA. EA does stupid shit like this. I mean, again, look at Dragon Age Failguard. The writing was awful. This is, yeah. Let's just go.
So you can see here are the questions being asked in this survey. You can see you can select non-binary, gender queer, and gender fluid, or you can even describe your own set. If it's not on there, you can put whatever you want, whatever you identify it.
I'm gonna do this and put that I am an AK-47. I am an assault rifle. No. I am a. I identify as a cyberpunk. I just typed cyberpunk 2077. I'm an Illuminate from fucking Helldivers. No, I'm just gonna put Helldiver. I don't want to get hunted by a Helldiver for saying that. That's treason. I'll just put in I identify as a Helldiver for Super Earth. I identify as democracy.
As if you identify as a tree, please let them know over at Battlefield.
I dropped my mic.
On asking about which of the following best represents the way you describe your racial or ethnic identity. You can see the options here, and obviously there's something very interesting here because there's another screenshot that shows clearly the answers you have to this survey will impact the likelihood you're going to be accepted for the playtesting. Completing the survey might increase your chances of being selected for Battlefield Labs playtests. So at this point, you go through this.
Okay, so it's like they're filtering out certain people because they're trying to get DEI testers. It just feels like it's fucking weird because it's just like they're just testing a build of the game. They're just playtesting, and now they're asking weird shit. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, any player normally could do this. It's fucking weird. Battlefield Labs is complete. Oh, yeah, that's fucking weird. Are they hiring actual QA testers, which, if that's the case, that's still fucking weird. Wow, I don't know what to say, to be honest. That's not right.
Survey here. Of course, just pick non-binary and then go over and pick something like Pacific Islander or Native American or something like that, right? Because that's probably going to increase your chances of getting into the playtest.
In fact, I could pick,
that's the fault of
those options.
Battlefield here for making it incentivized to select something that would make you diverse, because it might increase your chances of getting into the playtest, which ultimately just messes up the information anyways. Like, if you see someone who's selecting certain features or ways to represent themselves, it might not actually reflect that population. This whole thing is an invasive mess, and again, we're seeing this garbage continuing, and you can't just have regular playtesting, right? You can't just have anyone do it. You have to have a very diverse group of gamers do it.
That's
now let's
stupid.
move on to the next part of this video right here. So Civ 7 came out, and it's been shaky, to say the least. You can see right now, 61,000 in-game players, which...
Now, for reference, I don't play any of the Civ games, but I heard bad things about this one. Like, weird and bad. Like, it's... Ugh.
I guess is decent. It's not a complete disaster, but it's probably underwhelming in the grand scheme of things. But what's really eyebrow-raising is the 43% Steam rating. 43% for what is a very popular franchise and one that people are really dedicated towards. But based on what we've seen over the past couple of editions of this franchise, people have lost continuing faith in this game. And you can see the price tag on this is crazy. You go for the $70 option, or you can get the deluxe edition for $100, or you can get the Founders Edition for a cool $130.
Okay. Whoever brought up the idea to raise prices for video games, can we all, like, jump that guy or something? while I do Johnny Silverhand's speech about why he hates corpos. Like, I remember, like, PlayStation started doing that because of some random bullshit, which I remember seeing there was a video saying, yeah, they don't actually need to raise prices for video games. It's just they just want money. Like, there's an actual reason why they don't really need to raise the prices. Especially since now they sell a lot of games digitally. It's way cheaper to sell digitally. I think that was one of the arguments is they don't have to spend resources on making physical copies now. Not that it's a good thing. Like, I'd rather have a physical copy, but seriously, whoever decided, oh yeah, let's keep raising the price, because at one point, video games, like, the highest they went was like $50. And that, even then, I thought that was a bit much. But yeah, $50. I think that was like early 2000s or something. Like I remember, like, I think, yeah, it was like PS2 games. They were like $50. You could get like a brand new game. A good game. Onimusha. I need to beat that game. I have the PS2 copy, a physical copy. But, yeah. I fucking hate the prices for video games now.
Boy howdy, can I not wait for GTA 6 to come out and raise all these prices even higher, because they're going to set a new standard with their price. I'm almost sure of it. So what's going on? Why
I have no interest
so
in GTA.
6, 7? Well, I'm hearing there's a lot of disjointed and just wacky stuff in the game. I heard from someone that at one point Harriet Tubman is presented in the game as a general.
Huh?
Which is just, If that's true.
Yeah, me too, huh? Harriet Tubman wasn't a military... Huh? Wasn't Harriet Tubman... You know what, I don't feel like going into that. The Underground Rail... Let's just continue.
That is one of the weirdest things I've heard. That is definitely rewriting history, and that's not really a recommended thing for a Civ game. But anyways, we're going to move on to the final topic of today's video. So the other day we talked about this inside information from Craig here, where his retail insider is showing some trends in their 800 plus stores. And we talked about AC Shadows, but today I want to talk quickly about Avowed. So you can see Avowed right now. Xbox pre-orders, 167, 36 of which are canceled. This game comes out in like a week. Ooh, for a AAA release, these pre-order numbers look abysmal. But if you've looked at this game and also the wackadoos associated with this game and its studio, it's not surprising to see absolutely no hype on this. And to make matters worse, as has been pointed out, the Avowed Premium Edition is $95. And guess what?
I would not pay for that.
It doesn't come with a disc. Yeah, that's right. Pay Pig, you're going to give them $95. And you're not even going to get a physical disc. And you're going to like it. And you're going to keep consuming. Like, are we off our rockers here?
You know, I remember when people would buy, like, special editions, they would get, like, something cool. I mean, keep in mind, it says a steelbook, but they would also get the motherfucking game. And, yeah. You're paying $95 just for a steelbook, not even a physical copy of the game. Do you know how stupid that sounds? You know what game did special editions, right? Like the last one I saw, I remember. Elden Ring had a special edition. You got all sorts of shit with it. I think, a family member got, like, Metaphor ReFantasio, and it came with a bunch of stuff. You got physical collectible stuff that you could just, like, keep in your room. I think it even came with an art book. I need to get back on Metaphor ReFantasio. FYI, I'm playing that off camera. It's just a lot. Maybe in New Game Plus I'll record it. But, yeah, like, now this one, the premium edition, you just get a steelbook and you don't even have the game. You just get a piece of paper saying, enter this code on your account and then download it. Which, you know what that means? It means as whenever so this is Xbox, right? So whenever Microsoft decides, okay, we're gonna turn off the shop for this version, this Xbox, get the new Xbox, so we'll turn off the shop for this Xbox, and that means you could never download that game again. That's like one of the issues with digital games is at some point you could just not have the game because either the game developer decided, let's take it out, let's take it off the shop, let's get rid of it. No one can play this game anymore. Or, I don't know. That's my beef when you can. That's one of my beefs with this. Like Nintendo does that, and Nintendo always shuts down their online store for games. So whenever you buy something digitally from Nintendo, you're kind of fucked. Anyway, sorry.
This is
let's continue.
Crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But anyways, that is going to do it for today's video. A lot of different topics. So as always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah. All right. Now, be sure to check out Rev. He does some interesting content. He does a lot of gaming news, I noticed. He does like gaming news, like a bunch of stuff online news. But, yeah, that was some bullshit. But anyway. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.